Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to more content on the channel. Today's video, we're gonna play some more Rise crossover. Guys, so the game just got updated and they added in a couple of new systems into the game. I don't think this was a major update, but I could be wrong. I don't really know. I haven't seen people really yapping about it. If it was a major update, they would be yapping about it, you know? But nevertheless, I'm excited to check out what they've added into the game. And, you know, I've been AFKing overnight, so we should have some games ready for us to utilize in this video as well. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying the videos on this game. If you want to continue to see more content, just drop a like on the video. All right, fellas. So we are in game this weekend. Your boy is gonna try to finally get the awakening that they've added in like last week, or well, via last week's update. Because if you guys don't know, this weekend they're yet again running an event where if there's a double dungeon that spawns in Soul Leveling City, it'll actually, you know, give you a guaranteed awakening. Okay, so obviously that's very hard to get though, because I have been keeping an eye since the event started on the dungeons. Every 15 minutes I'm literally like sniping the Discord server right now, and yeah, no double dungeon in Soul Leveling City, so it's gonna be tough. I don't know when they'll do it, or if they even do. Yo, they have to do at least one, right, chat? Come on now, let's be serious. But whenever they do it, God willing, I will be there and we will awaken. So with this update, guys, it seems it's mostly related to like guilds and stuff like that. So apparently, I don't know where, but they added a guild log. So where is the guild log? Well, never mind. They put it in the announcement that they've added in guild logs, but they started working on the system. It's not officially in the game. But like I said, this update is mainly geared towards guilds. So, but before we start diving into everything else, we're gonna go ahead and buy the maximum amount of items that we can buy here, which I think is going to be, okay, just shy of 50. So we'll be able to buy 25 and basically 15, I would think. Or maybe 20 and then a couple. Oh, never mind. All right, yeah, so that's all we could buy. So we'll go ahead and see how strong our weapon is going to be now after all these upgrades. We currently have a B rank Sacred Maul that's doing 93.2 key damage. So we'll see how this goes. And they've also updated enchantments and stuff like that. I'll show you guys how that works. But now when you go to your teleporter, you guys can see you have two options. You can either set your spawn point, or you can do the guild teleporter, which is going to take you directly into the guild hall. I love this change, because you guys know when you're on an island, it's very annoying and tedious to get back to Soul Leveling City, because Soul Leveling City is like the central hub for everything. You have your enchantments here, your upgrader, your shadow upgrades, the guild hall, all of it. And it's just annoying having to fly down here every time. But now they streamlined that. So, and then the cool part of it all is that apparently when you go back into the elevator, you actually go back to the island you were at. So I think to take this a step further, unless it's already in here and I just don't realize it, it would have been really cool if they allowed you to either stay at Soul Leveling City or use the elevator to go back to the island you were at before. That would have been like the best of both worlds, because it would have gave us quick ease of access to Soul Leveling City and also the guild hall, you know? So I have always run on, but for some reason my character is walking. That's kind of annoying. I don't really know if they changed that up within the guild hall. You can only walk. I don't know, but anyway, whatever. As you guys can see over here, we can now rank up our player rank beyond N+, okay? I don't know if I'll be able to do this, so I'm not even gonna bother just yet, but you can now go up all the way up into M+ player rank. And if you guys are curious as to the bonuses per rank, so basically at M rank, your sword damage multiplier is going to be at 4 times, your shadow damage is going to be at 13 times, and your shadow level bonus is going to be at 70. I believe that's up about 10 to 20 levels, because I think it's like 50 or 60 or something like that. Maybe even 65 at M+, okay? So, and then at M+, excuse me, not N, M as in mother, right? Plus, sword damage multiplier is going to be at 4.5 times, so up 0.5 times from the M rank. Shadow multiplier for your damage is at 16 times, so up from 13 from the M regular baseline player rank. And lastly, your shadow levels boost will be at 80, which is up from 70 at the regular M rank. So very significant buffs and changes, so you guys want to hop on those as soon as possible. Additionally, they've added in a mount speed game pass into the game now, so they can give you, or the game pass will give you plus 10 speed on mounts and make all mounts always have the best speed of your inventory. So yeah, there's a brand new Game Pass for you guys, to buy. And also, talking about Game Passes, they've added regional pricing into the game. So now if you live like in whatever region, it'll be prices based on your region. So inherently, you know, for areas that are, I want to say the cost of living is lower. I don't want to use any derogatory terms, but you know, like, or any implied derogatory terms. Let me just say that. It's not that I would use derogatory terms, but yeah, if you're in a region or area that again, the cost of living is just lower, inherently the prices for Game Passes will be lower as well. So no longer will you have to pay one flatline price for Game Passes in the game. However, if you're gonna gift Game Passes, yes, you pay the default price that everybody plays in the world, no matter where you're at. But I think that's a pretty cool addition, and there should be a lot more people actually buying stuff in the game now because they can actually afford to buy Game Passes in their country. Now, additionally, we're going to make our way back to Solo Leveling City, this time manually, so I can go ahead and show you guys some of the new changes with weapon enchantments and things of that nature on the island. Also, while we're going there, I wanted to show you guys that they've added in a couple of new quests. I mean, I'm not showing you guys the new quests, but they've added 16 new quests with this update. So they're definitely prioritizing this new quest system with these updates, man. They're adding in a lot of new quests every update, so that's pretty cool. All right, so if we go into the enchants here, we can now select a weapon, for example, and like my maul, it has sharpness 8 on it. If I want to keep sharpness 8, I can actually lock it now, and I can reroll again. That is so freaking cool to me. So literally, chat, if you have something that you like and you want to keep it and you want to try to roll, you can do that now, and it's really cool. So this is a brand new mechanic that they implemented in this update, of course. But before we do anything, we are going to go ahead and auto upgrade all these new maces that we just got, and hopefully we can have, I would hope, multiple B ranks so we can finally get our A rank mace and go from there. So let's see. I actually think we're gonna be short. Yeah, we're short literally, chat. I think actually no. Yeah, we should be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and utilize this C rank to make this into a B rank. And now if I unequip the B rank that I have, it'll be an A rank. Oh yeah, baby. I was nervous because I thought we weren't gonna have enough for an A rank mace, but thanks to God we do. All right. Let's go ahead and do this. So just remember, chat, these maces at B rank, base damage is 9.52 key. As we had it with our bonus enchant and stuff like that, it was at 93. Let's see what it looks like once we get to rank A. All right, so you guys kind of saw it already in the window screen there, but at rank A, base is 18.09 key. So we'll equip it. We should still be able to select it in our stuff here. There you go. And let's see if we get lucky. All right, let's go ahead and spin. Sharpness 1, are you kidding me? All right, let's see. Let's keep spinning, chat. So far, no good, man. Okay, sharpness 4. The best we've gotten is sharpness 5. Oh my gosh. Come on, dude. Chat, this is probably the worst. Oh, burning flames. Sets the target on fire. I mean, I just want sharpness, bro. Like, can we get a good... Oh my god, I'm gonna have to use my tickets now. Damn, did they make sharpness harder to get? Like, I've never been this unlucky. Oh my gosh, finally. Sharpness 8, there you go. We got that done. We're doing 177, keys, so we basically doubled our damage output. Can I spin and lock this one and then it'll give me... Oh yeah, it'll give me something new. That's... Oh my gosh, this is so freaking good. Bro, and like loot 5, sharpness 8. Can I get something else? Nothing. Oh my god. Yo, you can make like insane weapons now, for real. By the way, chat, just wanted to show you that I ended up getting the mounts game pass. So visually over here, it hasn't updated yet, but as you guys can see, the speed for my dragon is at 185. So I'm taking advantage of the additional speed. So things are a little bit faster when we're using our dragons now. Additionally, there is a new code you guys can use. It's called upgrades. Be sure to use that code for some goodies. Now, talking about like the mount and the speed and stuff like that, as you guys can see, mounts are a little bit different when you use them now. So they behave a little bit different and move around a little bit different. It's kind of hard to notice if you guys really don't pay attention to how the mounts behave or are animated in the game. But yeah, they reworked, obviously, as you guys can tell, how they work and how they move around and stuff like that. So that's been redone as well. Just wanted to point that out. And next to the enchanter, we have upgraders. As you guys can see, we have an upgrader for G rank units now and N ranks, which is pretty insane. So If we literally go into G rank, we just have to select a bunch of double S ranks. So let's say you have a whole lot of dupes for a unit that can reach G rank, N rank, or whatever. You can now get them. So I think this is a W edition. Unfortunately, a lot of my double S ranks I ended up just deleting from my inventory, so I have like literally nothing. These are just new units that I've been picking up. But yeah, that option is there if you guys have always kept your double S rank units and whatnot. Also, another cool change, I think, in my opinion, is if we go into the settings option, you can actually toggle the announcements and stuff like that. So you can select if you want announcements for the Deadwood raid or whatever the case is. So this is pretty useful because sometimes you don't want to get notified for certain things. But on the topic of announcements and the castle, which is here, the Infernal Castle has received a little bit of a change. Apparently this was its intended purpose, but now the Infernal Castle spawns in at every 45 or every 45th minute of every hour, and it stays spawning, like able to spawn in a server until the 55th minute of every hour. And then it closes, like if it had spawned prior to like, or at the 55th minute, it'll stay open until the 57th minute of every hour. Just wanted to point that out before, before we move on. And that was how these were originally supposed to work, but they weren't working like that. Also, going back to the weapons, like you guys see how I locked all the weapons now? I wanted to tell you guys basically how this system is going to work with the locks, because I didn't point out, but every time you lock a weapon, they become more expensive to actually spin on and enchant, and justifiably so, right? So basically every lock is going to be a plus 300% gem cost per lock, or plus 10% ticket cost per lock, and there's also going to be an additional 200% dust cost per lock as as well. So mythical grade weapons are the only weapons that can actually get a mythical, or well, a unique enchant, like Vorpal Aspect, Loot Aspect, or Burning Flame. So the other ones like Epic, Legendaries, etc., they'll only be able to get one. So I can literally like spin again. Let's say we get lucky. Yeah, there you go. We got Vorpal Aspect, right? Your weapon is too fast that it will hit a second time. So literally, if I spin again, I will more than likely lose this. And if I get another mythic tiered or unique tiered enchantment like Loot Aspect or Burning Flame, it will replace for a Vorpal Aspect. So just wanted to point that out, guys. But since we have that enchant, you guys can see our weapon now has a cool little aura to it, or effect. Let's actually go check it out and test it out on some enemies and see how quickly we can kill stuff, because yo, we're doing a lot of damage right now. All right, let's go ahead and attack this little mini boss guy here. And wow, yeah, chat, we're doing a lot of freaking damage, bro. This is an insane amount of damage. It's gonna suck when we have to get rid of this thing to get the S rank version of the weapon, because we have so many bonuses on it that I feel are good. Honestly, man, I don't know. Might just end up keeping this one and just trying to get 3 other A ranks to fuse into an S rank. Oh, and additionally, with the quests and stuff that I told you guys, the 60 new quests they've added in quests for the winter raid event, the Deadwood Island raid, and you get special rewards for those. So obviously in the main quest, I'm not even up to those yet, so I can't take those on, but just letting you guys know that those are there in the game now, and you'll get special rewards for them. Lastly, they got a new AFK mount, an AFK weapon skin as well. They added a level up effect, so when your player level, levels up, there's gonna be VFX that pops up. And they also reworked the awakening aura for your character, which I can't showcase because I'm not awakened yet, but just letting you guys know. And then the last thing that I will yap about is the powder dust. So powder dust now got renamed for uniformity and consistency. Got renamed to just dust. So now you have rare dust, legendary dust, common dust. So anyway, as you guys saw, we have a infernal castle that spawned in. We're gonna go ahead and run that bad boy, see how far we can get, and hopefully we can get a G rank, N rank unit, whatever you want to call it, my boy. By the way, guys, personally, I'm a big fan of these new changes. I feel like the next update and the next couple of updates, in my opinion, should be more geared towards content additions than anything, because I feel like these QOL updates and improvements and stuff like that are amazing. But for a lot of people, I feel like what they really want to see in the game right now is just more content, more things to do. And I don't know if this is the case already, but I think maybe an ideal template for the game is like 1 week maybe focus on content additions, like even the mini update and the big update are just content additions. And then like the second week could be like refinements and QOLs and all that. Because that way you would have like a bi-weekly update schedule for new content additions. You know what I mean? But I don't know. They'll figure it out. They've been doing a pretty good job so far. I just want to see the game, you know, back up to the player count that it was up before. But let's try to arise here. And okay, we failed our first arise. Very unfortunate. So I believe the max floor we got to prior with our previous weapon was like floor 36, 40-ish or something like that. I don't know. We'll see how far we can get. If we make it higher than 40, I'll be happy. If we make it up to 50, man. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay, guys. So we just defeated oGVexx here, and we're about to arise him. I don't know if you can get oGVexx at like anything higher than double S. I guess we'll find out. Okay, let's go into shadows here. Oh, we got him at G rank. Nice. And he's not even good enough to be put into our team rotation, even as a G rank. That's crazy. All right, chat. So at floor 39, it's actually taking us 2 hits to actually kill off enemies. So you guys know the scaling is kind of scuffed. I think the most we'll be able to do is probably like 43-ish, maybe 45, maybe. But I'm not gonna bother doing up until 45 because it would require us to spend too much time on enemies. So the most I'll do is 40. But once you get up to 50, you do unlock that checkpoint. So I don't know. I could always try to do that, but I just feel like I said, 43 doesn't take an absurd amount of time. But yeah, we didn't even arise the shadow on this stage either. Sucks, my boy. Sucks. But we got more grinding to do.